Hello everybody, I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and in today's video I'm going to be redrawing a drawing that I did a year ago on my channel. I will have it linked in the description if you want to go watch it and see the process of how I created that old one. But I was recently looking back through old art and old videos that I made on my channel back from about last year, and I was cringing so much because I really hate all my old art. That's mainly because I can just see so many mistakes with it, and with this one particularly, the chin and just the nose and the way the face looks and so much about it was really bugging me, so I just wanted to redraw it to see how I would approach the same drawing now, today, with a little bit more knowledge on anatomy and facial structure and things like that. So the original image is my character Akira and her pet cat Elfie, who is sitting on her shoulder, and the way the cat is sitting looks really unnatural, and her chin is so small and pointy, Akira's chin, and it was just really bugging me. So in the newer version I also made the change of making Akira look a lot, well, not scarier because she doesn't look scary, but just a bit cooler, I guess, because now she has like the scar over her eye and you can tell she's been in some terrible like battles before and stuff like that. She's meant to be this cool like badass character, and it wasn't really reading in the first one. I still don't think it really reads in the second one that I've done, but it's a step forward, it's a step in the right direction, and I think that's the way to look at it. The thing that I really hated in the old one was the way the cat was like sitting on her shoulder, because it just didn't look natural. I think it's just, I don't know, by that point in the picture I'd been painting for a while and I was really getting fed up and I just wanted to finish as soon as possible, so that's why the cat looks a bit weird, and I just kind of wanted the cat to be a bit cuter in the new one. So that's what I tried to do, and I will say the placement of the cat in the newer drawing doesn't really make much sense, because he can't really be sitting on her shoulder because he's too low down for that. So just for the sake of the image, imagine he's on some kind of stool or like fence or something, or standing on something. I don't know, it doesn't make sense, but it doesn't matter in the long run, really. And I also added like an ominous skull in the background of the new one, because beforehand I had this weird like skull, scary shadowy creature kind of floating in the background, looking really creepy, and I did a variation of that in the newer one, but I also added like this misty foggy skull in the background as well, and that's just kind of showing she's in a dangerous situation, or maybe not even in a dangerous situation, but I wanted that to contrast completely with her facial expression, which is just a smile, and she looks, I wouldn't say determined, she just looks calm and at peace, because she's meant to look that way. She's meant to be this character who isn't really afraid of anything. I wanted her expression to be saying, well, I can take on anything. It still doesn't really read as that, but I still like the contrast it creates with the skulls in the background. And I do really like how the face looks in the newer one. I think just the facial structure, the way I shaded it and everything, it just makes a lot more sense. It feels a lot more three-dimensional. And for the longest time I was putting off painting in the ear because I was just having such a hard time with it. I was having a really hard time with the eyes as well. I just couldn't get them to look right. Every time I was drawing them in, she looked really cross-eyed. I still wasn't 100% happy with how the eyes came out in the end, but I'm a lot happier with it. Also, it's worth noting that the first drawing was done in Paint Tool Sai, and the second one that I've just drawn was done in Krita. And I also changed up the colour palette a little bit for the newer one. You'll notice that in the older drawing I used a lot of oversaturated colours, and that's a mistake lots of beginners make, and I made that mistake for a really long time, and mainly because I used to work on my old laptop screen and all the colours look really grey and desaturated on it just through the screen being really bad, so I'd oversaturate all the colours just to compensate for that. But now that I have a monitor that is more true to the colours, I can see just how awfully saturated and how over contrasting it is in the old drawing. So I used colours that were a lot more muted in the newer drawing. She is meant to have kind of olivey skin, but it shouldn't look yellow like it did in the old one, or like yellowy orange. So I really like how the colours in the newer one look, and I also, near the end, I shifted the colour balance just to heighten the purples, the blues and the reds, just to have it in that more of that kind of colour scheme, and have the whole image look a lot more cohesive and work together a lot more. So she worked with her environment and she fit in more with it. And in terms of the composition of the image, I moved her to the centre. It's a little less interesting than having her like off centre, so that's one thing that I do really like about the older one. But another thing that I actually changed in the newer drawing was I added a tiny little bit of rim lighting on the hair, just to make more like realistic hair strands behind the back of her head, really, just to try and make it look a little bit better, like the moonlight really was casting onto her hair or something. But yeah, I'm really happy with how the new ones come out. I'm sure there are still mistakes in it, but as far as I'm concerned, I've made an improvement and I'm really happy with it. And if you don't, for whatever reason, see an improvement from the one from the left to the right one, please let me know what you think I could have done to improve better, because I'd like to know. But if you can, please just tell me if you do like this drawing, because I worked really hard on it. It took me ages. Something like this would usually take me 2.5 hours, but I spent a lot longer on it, and it's taken me 5 hours total to get this drawing done. Another thing I want to talk about is I'm really sorry that I haven't uploaded in a while, like properly. I kind of took a week hiatus. I did live stream last week, but I didn't upload any videos over the weekend. It's because I uploaded a Drawing Your OCs video a little while ago, and I know the anatomy was really off, but everyone kept pointing it out and I felt really discouraged by it. I know that sounds really stupid, and most of the comments were constructive criticism, but sometimes I just take things to heart, and I shouldn't do, and I was being really irrational about it, but I was just feeling unmotivated in general to do artwork. So I thought I should just take a week off of making YouTube videos, just so I could feel a little more motivated to do things and to get more schoolwork and stuff done, because I do work really hard to try and fit in YouTube videos with my lifestyle. Oh god, that sounds really ridiculous, but I'm very busy. I have lots of A-level exams coming up, and I can't really afford to keep staying up until 4 in the morning to get YouTube videos up and then have a lot of negative response to it. So I just thought I'd give myself a bit of a break, work really hard on the next video, which was this one, and I'm really happy with how it looks now. I really don't want to take this into a more negative note, because most of the time everyone is so lovely on this channel, and I really do feel encouraged by you guys, and I don't want to sound like I'm complaining or anything, because I am so grateful to have this YouTube channel and to have so many of you guys watching my videos and supporting me and commenting nice things. And it would be ridiculous of me to say, oh, don't ever say anything mean, because that's just ridiculous. And you need constructive criticism to get better and realise where your mistakes are, and I know that. It's just I find it hard to deal with, if that makes sense, when I've spent hours and hours and hours on the drawing and edited it, and it's taken so long, and then to upload it, and then all someone can say is, this looks bad, or something like that. It's just a little bit disheartening, and I hope you guys understand. I hope that made sense or something, but I probably just sound like I'm ranting or complaining, and I'm sorry. But anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was so much fun to make. I love doing Draw This Again videos, and I really hope I can make some more of these soon. I should have a Drawing Your OCs video coming next week, and it will probably be email submissions because I haven't done an email submissions episode in a while. But I might just do a mix and take it from email, Instagram, and or Drawing Amino. So it might just be a mix of the three. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you again next week, hopefully. Goodbye, guys.